Hey guys, Professor Bell, Comic Book University, and Savage Avengers issue number 2. Very good book, while at the same time not a very good book. This is a really weird one. There's like so much love and so much disappointment. It's hard. How did they fit all that in just one book? We'll find out. First, let's talk about who made this book. This is Savage Avengers Chapter 2, Death Proof. Good name. Writer Jerry Duggan, artist Mike Deodato Jr., color artist Frank Martin, letters VC's Travis Lanham, cover David Finch and Frank D'Armata. There's a whole bunch of variant covers, way too many to be named. The graphic designer is Carlos Lau. And the Avengers were created by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby. I don't know where the Avengers are, though. We get this World War I fighter pilot who crashes over the Savage Land, and twice they boldface Savage Land. He's flying over the Savage Land, and then when he leaps out of his plane to parachute down, it's over the Savage Land. Question: was there a Holocaust for World War One? Because they talk about the Great War, and then this dude turns around and he sees Germans, and it looks like Holocaust situation. You know what I'm saying? And like the death camps, the concentration camps. I'm just saying, I don't know. Was it the concentration camps that I was looking at? Was it something else entirely? You know what? Honestly, I don't know. I saw barbed wire. I know that barbed wire on the world scale was really introduced there in World War One, so maybe that's what it was. I mean, originally in the Civil War, but not as much. I don't know. This is just a really weird one. This whole comic book was just weird as hell. I like the part where you see in the previews that Wolverine is potentially able to heal certain people, at least, a meta person like Dr. Voodoo by touching his heart. Like he cut open his heart and touched his heart. Meanwhile, he cut his hand and bleeding and massages his heart while he's bleeding on it. So he's like massaging his blood into the heart. It's a good idea. I guess he healed up afterwards and whatnot. The whole thing was just weird AF, man. I don't even know where else to go with that. But it's cool because in some way, shape, or form, I have often believed that, yes, for the short term at least, Wolverine should be able to heal somebody else with his own blood. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be like a forever thing and now they've got a healing factor. But yes, I do believe he should have been able to do that. So I really applaud the hell out of Jerry Duggan for pulling that off. And of course, the art team, Mike Deodato, for doing this. Beautiful art, man. Beautiful, sexy art. There's some fighting with the hand, and there's these villains, and Conan is there, and apparently he doesn't have a sword, so he's going to steal this amulet so he could buy a sword. This is a strange comic book. If you could find 5% story in here, please tell me where, because I missed it. There is almost no story in here. I like that there was a Clintar, maybe it is Venom, I imagine it is, trapped inside of this genie jar. Punisher shows up, and look, I've never actually tried to put a claymore on my back and fire it up. No one who I know has ever tried to do something like that. Theoretically, it makes sense because I have seen some claymores after use where the back is relatively unscathed, but I still wouldn't do it. So this is, I don't know, man. Like, I guess they're going off of the whole Captain America, was it the Civil War? The Captain America Civil War movie, MCU, where where Crossbones goes and pop, 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 like that, and blows a claymore off his chest. This was weird, man. This is weird. I don't know if that would work or not, but I would personally never try it. I don't know anybody who has. The whole comic book is whack. That's what I'm talking about. So if you want nothing but violent, non-stop action, okay, this is the comic book. But I don't see any Avengers in here. I don't see any avenging. This has absolutely nothing to do with the Avengers whatsoever. You could say they're in the Savage Land, but where are the Avengers in this? All these guys are savage. Dude, this should be called like the Savage Savages or something like that. Even how the Punisher shows up and falls down, none of this comic book actually really makes any kind of sense whatsoever. So it's on you. You want to get the comic book? Get the comic book. You enjoy the comic book? Awesome. I'm a little envious. There were some great parts in here. I'm still not sure why this comic book exists. Hopefully by issue 6, I think I'll stick around until around then. Hopefully by issue 6, we'll actually get some story, some reason why all this crazy stuff is happening. But for now, it's just a bloodbath. And I just showered. Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.